pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 9 now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. It's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from
touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Cade York on now for the field goal. This from 36 yards out. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. Hey, check nigga.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. but it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 11. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try to keep this series going.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Browns 10, Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Again, it's Stroud.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Stroud to throw it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Ready, set. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That is caught left side by Bryant.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. Finding room at midfield.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Texans.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. It'll bring up 3rd down now. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Let's go.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Finding Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Stroud. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A run between the tackles with Breida. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Check right. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The York now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 24, Texans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Ready up.
Their own 14-yard line.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
And now off to the races down the right side. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the set.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready, set.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cleveland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready? Travelers, ready?
Here's Walker to start the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
8 yards to go on second down.
Now here's the option play going left. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Come back in. Stop Ranger.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here first. And there he goes right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ken Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Through one quarter, 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No, no.
Back
to Walker on first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Back 60.
Looking to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. On 4th down, Herbert, and Allen's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 13 yards out.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McCann for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 21, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll look to throw here. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. first down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 99 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 now.
Back to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his target, Samuel.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Walker.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll try to run the option here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McCann now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Chargers 42, Eagles 14.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2nd and 4. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first down again at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before we tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike Williams.
34 yards.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Riggs, 18 ready.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught at Samuel.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Slot man moves right. Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Here's Herbert.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
On first down, it's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will touchdown. Mike Williams, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 3.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Chargers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
On play action, here's Tua. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater.
This one swung outside to Strong.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Pierre Strong
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Jones. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. Now you've got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Down to about the 37.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Rolling to his right.
Right side, Thornton with it. He's got room at the 30.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The tight end Henry here in motion. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, Tagovailoa escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 1st down, Bridgewater. This complete to a man they went against in practice for years, Devontae Parker. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Short yardage, Bridgewater. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Bridgewater. Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play fake. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this 1st half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going with Strong on the counter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down, here Strong once more. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. So let's come down and coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Henry here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Bridgewater again. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching and how he's pick things up.
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They'll run with Strong. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Tua now on first down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's got some space here. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. To throw again on second down. Tua. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Bridgewater. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw is Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Yeah, I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better.
He's got a man, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Bridgewater to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.